Welcome to Cozy News Corner for week 7, 2026. And this is your source for open source software news. And we are going to start off with some short news. First, we have Postgres 15, which has an important security flaw with memory disclosure. So if you're using any Postgres version, upgrade now because they all have it. And then we have Nginx, which has a critical insertion security flaw, so upgrade Nginx. We have libPNG, which has a critical DDoS denial of service crash vulnerability, so that is also needed to be upgraded. We have the Linux kernel that has a privilege escalation denial of service, not good, upgrade. And last but not least, Wireshark, which has a key denial of service vulnerability. So we need to upgrade Wireshark as well. Next up, we have Vim 9.2, which has Wayland support and fuzzy matching and so on. So a new version of Vim. I'm using Vim everywhere I go because it's available everywhere pretty much. So it's a very good editor and I really like that they're still working on it. Next up we have the GNU binutils, which adds support for AMD Zen 6 CPUs and so on. So more ARM support with GNU binutils. And if you're looking at the Linux system, you pretty much have the kernel, we have the glibc, and then you have the binutils. Those are the big packages. So everything is built on glibc, and binutils is pretty much all of the different tools and things that you can run in Linux. So without all of these, you don't have a system pretty much. You need file system and so on after that, but these are some of the core components of Linux. Next up, we have the Linux kernel version 7, which is expected to be out somewhere in April 2026. So they are currently working on a release candidate, and I'm going to talk more about what's going to be in 7.0, but it's nice that they are going steadily forward in order to a new version number this year. Next up, we have Kdenlive, which delivers new monitor fixes and dragging, refactoring, and so on. And I really like that there is a really good open source version that you could use, or an open source alternative. I'm using DaVinci Resolve at the moment, and I paid a license for it. It works great under Linux. But Kdenlive, I really wanted to try it out. It's a very capable software, but I didn't get my key bindings to work in it, and without key bindings I'm so slow at editing, so it's not even funny. Next up we have OpenVPN, which adds multi-socket server support. So we have more performance in your OpenVPN, which is really nice. So if you haven't upgraded, do that now. Next up, we have Michelle Hashimoto, which launches Vouch to fight the AI slop in open source ecosystem. So this is a new initiative, and Michelle Hashimoto is from Vagrant, Terraform, HashiCorp, and Ghosty. And now they have this open source initiative called Vouch, where they are talking about this. So this is really nice to see because I don't really like all the slop, and I haven't gotten any PRs to my repositories with slop, but I heard that a lot of people have stopped actually working in open source because they are so fed up with all the extra work they have to do with all submissions. Next up, we have Seed Studio open source robotic arm, promises to lower the barriers to embodied AI. And we can see the arm over here. I wonder if this is 3D printed part and so on. Would be really cool to just buy some motors and then put it together with some 3D printed parts and actually make an arm. Not something that I'm into, but I think I'm fascinated by the technology, and of course in the future we could have better manufacturing and so on if we can make this more available to people to play around with and so on. Perhaps somebody in their home lab could have a robotic arm that they can play around with and try stuff out and learn more about robotics. Next up we have App Manager. This is a tool for Mac OS style installers for app images. And I tried to use app images on Ubuntu and I got really fed up with it. So I ended up installing a Debian package. And there is I think it's just a configuration issue where some packages could not be installed because the dependencies was missing for the actual app image. But this App Manager, if this can help with that and just solve the problem so you can install any app images on Linux, that would be really nice. I'm gonna look into and see if we can install this App Manager for the future. Next up, we have the upgrader tool in Ubuntu, which is saying goodbye. And I'm really happy about this. I'm really happy if they come up with something better, because this interface here is so old and it's also very convoluted, and they had pretty much 3 different applications. Some kind of application where you could find packages, one application to upgrade the applications, and then we had one of this kind of software upgrade configuration interface. So if they can find a way to put all those 3 together in a good cohesive manner, it would be really great. And this finding packages was so cumbersome to use, so I never installed or used it. I pretty much just used apt on the command line instead. Next up, we have Memos, which is a new open source server OS aimed for home labs and self-hosting. So if we look at it, it looks very similar to Proxmox. So this is something I want to look into more and perhaps install and try out on some of my servers. So this is something fun that we can look into. Next up, we have Redis. 8.6 improves throughput by more than 5 times against the Redis 7.2. So if we look at the graph here, we can see that 7.2 had about 500,000 ops per second, operations per second, and now we are to 2.5 million operations per second. So a huge improvement here. Really cool to see. So if you're using Redis and haven't upgraded yet, please do that. Next up, we have NTFI. They released a new templating and UA enhancement. And again, this is the simple HTTP-based pub/sub notification service. And I haven't tried it yet, so I've put it on my list to look into in the future. And last but not least, we have Memos 0.26 note-taking app released with stronger authentication. So if you want something that you can self-host on your machine and take notes and store them in an encrypted manner, this could be a solution for you. So this was what I wanted to cover today. I hope that you found this interesting. I hope that you learned something. If you liked this video, give it a like, share it with your friends and colleagues. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave those in the comment section down below. And I really want to see you in the next video.